What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make sure that our wireless card is plugged in. So I'm going to ls and not ls. I want to iwconfig. Silly me. There's no wireless card, so I need to enable it from the device manager because I'm doing this through virtual machine. So see if my wireless card is enabled now. Yep, wireless card is now enabled. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to type in airmon -ng and then start WLAN 0. It's going to put our wireless card into monitor mode for us. Alright, so monitor mode is enabled on Mon 0. So the next thing we want to do is we want to do arrow dump -ng and then Mon 0 for our interface that we're monitoring on. And what we want to do is we want to look for the network that we're targeting. Just let it run for a bit until you find the network showing up. Depending on how good your signal the access point is giving off will depend on how of a chance you stand at seeing the network listed. Alright, so my network that I'm targeting is listed here, so I'm going to Control C to stop this scan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy down the BSSID real quick and the channel number that it's on. Okay, so we're going to type out arrow dump -ng and then space tac lowercase c, which is the channel that the wireless network is broadcasting on, and then space tac BSSID, and then space the MAC address under the BSSID on the left hand side of the screen, and then space tac W, and then space a file name which I have put test, which is going to be my which is going to save as a cat file as test, and then space Mon 0, the interface that we're monitoring on, and press enter. And what we need to do now is we need to wait until something shows up under the station, which is on the bottom row. Until something shows up under here, there's nothing we can do, so you just basically have to wait. It's basically just a waiting game. And I'll try to see if I can get my tablet to connect to the network. There we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up another terminal real quick. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a air replay to deauthenticate the client that's connected under the station list here. Okay, so now we're going to run the air replay -ng command. We're going to be using air replay -ng space tac 0 space 1 to deauthenticate one time, space tac a, the access point, which is the BSSID for the wireless access point that we're targeting, and then space tac lowercase c, space the victims or the device that is connected under the station, and then space Mon 0, which is our interface that we're monitoring on. And I need to get my device to connect to the network again because it dropped offline from being inactive. So hopefully I can get my my device to connect real quick. Okay, so I finally got the device connected back to the network. Now we're going to deauthenticate this client one time, And if you don't get the handshake, like you see on my screen, I'm going to go ahead and deauthenticate and actually get the handshake anyways. But if you don't get the handshake, you'll want to keep running the deauthentication packet over and over, or you can change the 1 to a different number like 5, 10, or as many as you want till you get the handshake. If you don't get the handshake if you keep trying it over and over again, try another device that's connected into the station, and then see if you can get the handshake that way. Alright, so once you've gotten the handshake, as you can see up here at the top here, I got the handshake. I'm going to go ahead and close these terminals out real quick, and then we're going to proceed with cracking with aircrack-ng. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in aircrack-ng, and then tac space tac w, and then our word list, the path to where our word list is. So it's going to go ahead and drag my word list in from the desktop here, and then our capture file, or the cap file that we got, or that we started, and that should be whatever the file you named. In my case, it was test, so it will be test-01.cap, and just need to double check something real quick, and press enter, and it's going to run through your word list and try to crack it. And as you can see, it says key found. There's my password to the WPA network, and that's what it'll look like if by some magical fluke you happen to